and I hope that you're doing well. And firstly, I was going to say, I know it's been a while. There's been so much going on with the Vertex algo since it's been released. My time and effort has been put into that, as well as also perfecting and creating the Discord for the Blueprint EA, which I'm excited to announce will be released hopefully on Sunday. Which will be a Discord where it's a different type of mentorship where you learn the edge, but it's down to you to apply it to what pairs you feel is best. So I'll give you guidance in how, because what I've realized is, say for example, I picked USD CAD out of the blue. It was a very random pair, and a lot of you are finding success with it, which is perfect. There's been a couple of FTMO passes as well. And other funding challenge passes using the edge, which is really good. And I know the edge is incredibly effective, and I've gone ahead and even done further testing to perfect it and create set rules for the edge, and that will all be pushed into that Discord. Now that Discord, in terms of the mentorship side, it will be purely where it'll be more down to you. I've taught an incredible amount of students over the years, and I've sort of understood what works and what doesn't. And what I found is, if I give everything, if I tell you what pair to trade, if I tell you exactly what pair to trade, for example, people will just follow that and not do any further testing, which is what creates good traders from the bad traders. It is having that independent thinking. So that Discord will purely be where you learn the edge, you learn the rules, and then it'll be down to you to fully back test, forward test, whatever you want to do to find pairs that work for you best in terms of the 3 sessions, because I do have pairs for all 3 sessions now. So you can trade Asia, London, and New York with this edge, which is incredible. So I'm very excited for that. But that, as I said, it's a low fee. I believe we're going to set it to 187 or 197 one-time fee. It's completely. I think that's completely reasonable for what you're getting. Including the support from us. And the only reason we're doing it this way is because, one, it is less effort from us because it does require you to do the work, and I'm not going to help you if you don't put the effort in. That's just how it's going to work, to be as transparent as possible. But I do feel that this edge can create a lot more opportunities for you guys, but it will require you to do your testing and work. Because as I said, USD CAD is not the best pair for this edge anyway. I've tested so many other pairs, and other pairs have produced better, if not similar, results. Not saying that USD CAD was bad, it's just the fact that the spread is really bad on USD CAD on funding pairs, on funding challenges. I mean, so there's other tighter spread pairs where you can get better results in a quicker time. So that'll be for you to test, but the whole Discord will give you that guidance on how to test and what pairs to test. But it'll be down to you to find what works for you. So it wouldn't be like a hand holding as such. It's more pushing you to work for yourself, which is what I believe will create successful traders in the end. But yeah, that should be released hopefully on Sunday, hopefully. But I'll keep up with the YouTube videos anyway. The only thing that you won't get, obviously, is the set rules that we have for like break-even rules and things like that, and pure invalidation rules, refinement rules. I'll keep that for the Discord. But the premise of the edge is all here, and some of you are already using and understanding what I've been teaching in the last few videos, which is pretty much everything is here. Everything you need is here. You don't even need to join Discord, but Discord will give you that. For one, it is my time and effort creating this edge, and I perfected it even further. 2, you also get the support from me and James, which I would never give for free. I've put so much time and effort into everything I do. I will never do that for free. That's a given. But as I said, everything is already here, so you don't even need to join, but it's just an option. But that should be released hopefully Sunday. Now the Vertex algo is also still going. So if you're interested in having essentially an automated system, which has allowed me to test and trade a lot more of the blueprint, for example, because I just let the algo do the work and it trades for me. It trades our proprietary DPC edge, which has been successful for the last 2.5 years, and it's still going. And now that it's automated, I mean, I've used the automated system for a fair while prior to release because we were just testing and it's been working fine. So for me, that is what I just leave to do now, and now I can focus on other edges and focus on perfecting certain rules. This is what I enjoy doing, is creating edges and then seeing what can come from it. Anyway, let's crack on with today's video. Is there any other updates I need to give? No. So keep an eye out for your emails. If you haven't signed up to our mailing list, be sure to do so. Just visit our website and plug your email in, and then you'll get an email of when the blueprint will be released. Also keep an eye on our Instagram for that as well. I think we'll do an introductory offer as well for the first week. I might have just made that up, but I'll see what happens. Anyway, so I've got UJ on the chart. This is I was just randomly looking prior to this video. Literally, I've just sat down and went on to UJ. We're going to trade London doing UJ, I believe. I think. What should we do? New York. Let's see. We'll stick to London, as that's been the pair. I haven't really spoken about New York yet, and I want to speak about New York properly in a separate video. But now I've got a bit more time. The Algo side Discord has sort of settled down for me anyway, so I've got a lot more time to do this. So let's do last week and see how UJ actually did. I have no idea myself. So that's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Okay, so something has changed. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay, so Monday. So what's happened prior to the session? So key thing to do is mark out your ranges prior to the session. So what's actually happened is here the high gets taken, so that's a new high anyway. The reason we do that is because sometimes you get situations where you get a range taken in the session and then the other range gets taken, so the high gets taken in this case, and then you'll be looking for shorts. It's just so that you're aware of where these fractals are printing. Another thing you can do is split the screen and have 15-minute here and then the 1 minute there, just so you can keep an eye. But I'm quite good at flicking between time frames. If you're not, then have it by the side just so you can have a look. But anyway, we know that when this low gets taken, we'll be looking for longs, and when this high gets taken, we're looking for shorts. And that means I don't need to go back to the 15-minute time frame as such. Anyway, okay, so let's go into the 1 minute and see what's actually happened. So we are looking for shorts up until it gets that line, which actually doesn't happen, which is fine. So now we're looking for longs. So this was the 15-minute low line there. So now we're looking to go long. So the first thing that we have is we have a sweep. Do we have a trigger? No, it gets invalidated there by that body. Then we have another sweep which gets invalidated, another sweep which is not invalidated and actually gets triggered here. And 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that gets obviously taken out. It doesn't meet target because we'll be looking for 5R anyway. Or does it get target? Oh wow, it does get target. I didn't think it would. That looks very small. Maybe I'm wrong. There we go. Okay, fair enough. So we have a sweep here, trigger there, and then simple 5R. The thing about like this, for example, UJ has better spreads than USD CAD on certain challenges. So like if this was FTMO, for example, where spread I believe is like 0.9 to 0.7 to 0.9 pips, you will need to do 0.5 and then plus the spread, which means that you will need to move a lot more for your target, which makes this edge slightly harder to achieve. You'll be having to aim for like 3R only, which I say only, but I mean you should be able to extract more when you have an edge like this. Like obviously on live accounts, on like say I trade on IC, this would be completely fine, especially on like raw spread. Even USD CAD is really low spread on IC, so I trade on a raw account, so that'd be fine. Anyway, that is a 5R win for UJ. Now let me write this down. 5R. I don't know why I got rid of everything actually. Okay, so let's go on to Tuesday now. When it comes. Gosh, so much lag. So while that's getting there, if you are interested in obviously the algo as well, just be sure to visit the website, and just so that you're able to see all the details for that. I won't bore you with the details in this video. I've done it enough in videos anyway, but the options there. Okay, so what is happening? The last thing that happened is that the high gets taken and the low gets taken, so we're looking to go long. And this is where we need to be aware of the 15-minute time frame. And obviously I'm looking at this because I'm looking at 15-minute, but if you're looking live, you will need to understand what's happening from the two. So that is the range that we're looking for, right? So 1 minute. So we're looking to go long anyway. So let's see what happens until it hits obviously that high, then we're looking to go short. So the first thing that happens is we have a sweep which gets triggered beautifully, but that's prior to session. We have a sweep, no entry. It gets invalidated by that body there. Another sweep which gets invalidated. We have a sweep here which gets triggered. There. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming this hits 5R. Yeah, which is there. So we're currently sitting at 10R for the week. That's a very clean trade. So let's move on to Wednesday. Let's get rid of this, get rid of that. No, sorry. Okay, so now we're sitting at 10R as a memory. Okay, so let's go to Wednesday. Okay, stop. Okay, so what happens here? So this is actually quite a good scenario because I think it would be quite confusing. But keep it as simple. You just need to see what's happened last. The last thing that happened is that the high was taken, and then you got this massive range. So because the high was taken, we're obviously looking to go short. So let's go to the 1 minute and then see what's happened there. So okay. That is an annoyingly big sweep, but we have a sweep here which gets triggered on this candle here. So the stop loss is going to be massive on this one. 7.5 pips. That's definitely not hitting 3R, I don't think. No. Okay, so that only gets taken out here, and then we have another sweep, no entry because it gets invalidated. Another sweep here. This I don't think will hit target. I could be wrong. So we're looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're looking for 5R, which doesn't hit. So we're sitting at 10 minus 2, so we're looking at 8R. Okay, so let's move on to, was that Wednesday? Yeah, okay, so let's move on to Thursday now. But yeah, as I said, I will do a separate video for New York at some stage. It may be this week actually, as I've got time, but we shall see. Okay, so that session. So let's see what's happened here. So I didn't mark out the range in the last one, I don't think, or did I? I might have done. Did I? No. No, actually I didn't need to because it's massive. Okay, so we have the last thing that happens is that the range low gets taken, and then we're also looking for sells when the high gets taken. So the low is taken, and then we're looking to go long until that gets taken. So any sweeps? We have a sweep here, validation. That would have been a beautiful move though. So now we're looking to go short because that's the 15-minute high. So we have a sweep, no entry. We have a sweep, entry here, which I believe gets taken out anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does not hit 3R, but we get taken out here. No entry. Another sweep here, which I believe should give an entry by the looks of it. Triggered here, stop loss there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be a 3R target we're looking for. Yeah, which hits. So we're looking at 8R minus 1, 7R plus 3. So we've gone back to 10R. And that was Thursday. So we're looking at Friday. The worst that can happen is that we end up on 7R. The best thing that can happen is that we end up on 15R or 13R. Well, 15R is the best thing that can happen if we get a 5R trade. Okay, so let's move on to Friday. That's the last one. So far, as I said, like this is exactly what I did for UJ. It was a USD CAD. I randomly picked it on that video. Like there was no pre-planning. I knew the rules in my head on what I was going to speak, and the whole video was actually meant to be just showing you how an edge is created, because that was what I was doing at the time. And then USD CAD just happened to work so well. And I'm just showing you, this is another pair, and it's working so well. Like we're 10R up for the week. You don't even need to carry on trading. You can leave it there. We were 10R up on Tuesday. You can leave it there. Like that's how good the edge is. Anyway, so let's move on to the next one. Let me just keep an eye on the ranges. Okay, so we're looking at here. No, I did it again. I pressed the space bar. Sorry. Okay, so this was meant to go here, and then this was meant to go there. Okay, so the high gets taken, so we're looking to go short. That's the last thing that happens. Okay, so this is a valid sweep, and it gets triggered here. And then this will be a 3 pip stop loss. So we are looking for 3R, which doesn't hit. Oops. And then that gets taken out there. We're still looking to go short. No entry. You're looking to go short. Oof, no entry by the body. Looking to go short. No entry. Invalidation. No entry. No entry. Okay, so we are looking at -1 for Friday. So we end the week at 9R, which is perfect. I mean, the strike rate, I mean, what do we have? I need my calculator, I suppose. Did I keep everything? That's one trade. Hold on, let me go. Monday was 1. Let me write everything. Where's Monday? Yeah, Monday was 1. Tuesday was 1, so that's 2. Wednesday was 2 trades. Thursday was 2 trades. And Friday was 1. And then how many did we win? There's 1 win, 2, 3 wins. So that's a 43% strike rate on this week alone, which is solid given the Arista reward as well. I think sometimes, especially with the way that social media is, I think sometimes people expect like such incredible strike rates, which you can get higher strike rates. I mean, I have edges that I teach in the mentorship that have much higher strike rates, but the edge is a lot harder to trade. This one, I feel that anyone can really pick up and go. Like if you have any sort of history with trading, you can learn this edge pretty quickly and pretty easily and then apply it. It's the applying part and the testing part which a lot of people these days don't have the patience for, which is actually quite alarming. But it's the only way that you're going to benefit from trading. You need to put the effort in. As easy as an edge can be, you still need to put the effort in to learn and be efficient with the edge. It's not just about picking up rules and trading it. You still need to be able to actually enter the trade. And another thing about like actually entering, because these sort of entries are so quick, you need to be able to be better at that as well to benefit from the edge. Like you need to be able to, I mean, I use a trade manager where you just click, where you just literally click where you want the stop loss and it enters. And that we posted in the description as well below. So you have that. But that's what I personally use. It was created by a student of mine. Who created it based on what I wanted as well, so it's perfect for this edge. But those sort of things are what I think gets overlooked, and when you start seeing different results to what you see on TradingView or what you see me post, and it sort of discourages a lot of people, which is why this Discord that I'm creating for the blueprint will sort of eliminate that, because it will all be on you. You'll need to do the posting, you'll need to be active in the Discord to benefit from my support. Otherwise I won't give you that. You need to come to me, I won't come to you, if you know what I mean. I don't benefit from it. You need to benefit from it, so you need to put that effort in, and that's why I'm doing it. And that's why I'm doing it at such a low fee as well, because I want it to be accessible to more people, but also I don't want to discount my time and effort that's gone into the edge, because it'll carry on being perfected over time as well. Anyway, I will leave you be. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I said, I'll be posting regularly again. I know there was like a 3 or 4 week, probably I think 4 week gap since the last video probably. Anyway, take care of yourself, and I will speak to you all in the next video.